What would you do if someone secretly recorded you touching your pee-pee? And how far would you go to prevent them from showing your family and friends?
Just give me money! Yes, okay.
This is what happens to a teenage boy named Kenny, who is then blackmailed into performing criminal acts by a mysterious hacker, ending in a huge plot twist. Today's recap is on the Black Mirror episode, Shut Up and Dance. The episode begins with Kenny, a sweet and shy teenager, working his job at a restaurant. While cleaning tables, Kenny notices a young girl has left her toy behind, and he kindly returns it to her.
Someone forgot this.
Oh, thank you.
It's alright.
He finishes his shift and he heads home, only to find his younger sister Lindsay has stolen his laptop from his room.
Liz, where's my laptop?
She downloaded some dodgy software to watch movies illegally, and now his laptop isn't working properly.
It was gone all frozen anyway.
What did you do?
Just trying to put on this film thing.
What film thing?
After rebooting his PC and closing heaps of ads, he manages to download and run some anti-malware software called Shrive. But unfortunately for Kenny, he has just executed a Trojan virus, unknowingly giving hackers access to his webcam to spy on him.
Stop nicking my cokes!
Following day, Kenny goes about his day as usual, except when he gets home, he installs a lock on his door to keep his sister out.
You're mental.
You're a thief.
In the privacy of his room, Kenny sits down at the computer with a box of tissues and begins unzipping his pants, with his webcam catching everything on video. He washes up, and after giving his fingers a quick sniff, he sits back down at his desk. He immediately receives an email saying, "We saw what you did," with a video to prove it. They then threaten to post the video to his friends and family if he doesn't do what they say. Reluctantly, Kenny sends his phone number, and over a series of texts, they tell Kenny to wait for further instructions. The next morning, Kenny stands in the kitchen, deep in thought, clearly worried about the hackers. He bikes to work, says hello to his manager, and when he gets to his locker, his phone chimes. It's the hackers, and they want Kenny to travel to a location within 45 minutes, or they leak the video.
Feeling really sick.
You've only just got here.
I know, but I think I might throw up.
Okay. Just next time, can you...
He fakes sick to get out of work and pedals hard to get to the location in time. After barely making it in time, he's soon met by a stranger who is also being blackmailed by the hackers. He hands Kenny a box containing a cake, and Kenny is then ordered to deliver the cake to a hotel room.
Hello?
Delivery.
Wrong room.
The man inside the room doesn't want any visitors, but when Kenny says it's for Mindy, the man lets him inside. The man's name is Hector, and he's currently waiting for an escort named Mindy, even though he's a married man with kids. Hector gets a text, and it's the hackers, threatening to tell his wife everything he's been doing. Kenny and Hector now have to both drive to a set of coordinates. As they drive, Hector explains how the hackers have got all the messages he has sent to Mindy, including nude photographs he took of himself. His main concern is losing custody of his children, as he knows his wife will leave him and take the kids.
And I'm not losing my kids. I tell you that right now. No way. Absolutely fucking no.
Kenny then tells Hector what happened to him.
They filmed me.
Jerking off to porn or something? Well, everyone does that. The fucking Pope probably does that.
Hector assures Kenny he'll be okay, saying that pretty much everyone jerks off now and then. They fuel up at the gas station and bump into Karen, a friend of Hector's wife, who requests a lift home. Not wanting to be late to their destination, Hector floors it, scaring the crap out of Karen. They arrive just in time for their next task, looking inside the cake.
I got something.
Inside they find a gun and a half-assed disguise. Hector and Kenny then have to choose who's going to rob the bank across the road and who will be the getaway driver. Because Kenny can't drive, he is pushed into robbing the bank, but he can hardly keep himself together.
Keep it together. Please hold it together.
Shut up, shut up, shut up, shut up!
Okay.
Kenny makes his way into the bank and orders the woman at the counter to give him money.
Give me money.
He's shaking like a leaf and he fully pisses his pants, but Kenny still manages to steal a bag full of cash and then flee the scene with Hector. Hector then receives his final instruction, which is to destroy the car, while Kenny is told to take the money to a drop-off point in a forest. Before they go their separate ways, Hector apologizes to Kenny for shouting at him earlier to rob the bank.
You take care, yeah?
Kenny makes his way up the hill and into the forest, where another victim is waiting for him. The man unboxes and releases a drone as part of his instructions. He then explains to Kenny that they're supposed to fight to the death as the drone films them, and that the winner gets the bag of money. When he asks Kenny what he did, Kenny says,
Just looked at some photos, that's all. I just looked at one photo.
The man then asks,
How young were they? taking the pictures. Oh, yeah.
which causes Kenny to start hyperventilating and crying.
Want me to?
We then realize why Kenny didn't want to get his video leaked so badly. It wasn't just footage of him touching his pee-pee, it was the subjects he was touching his pee-pee to that he wanted to keep secret. He pulls out a gun and tries to end it all right there, but the gun is empty, and so they both fight. Hector is just arriving home, and after checking in on his daughter, he's texted a troll face. He walks into his bedroom, and his wife is in tears, as she has just found out about his attempted affair.
Mindy.
Back at the forest, Kenny is just trudging down the hill, injured from killing the other man he just met earlier. His phone rings, and it's his distraught mother crying frantically on the other end.
What did you do, Kenny? This is kids. You've been looking at kids. And Lindsay's already...
She explains that Kenny's sister Lindsay and all of her friends have seen the video of him touching his pee-pee. Exposed as a pedophile, he then receives a trollface text, just like the other hacker's victims. The episode concludes with Kenny being placed into police custody. Were you guys able to see the plot twist coming near the end? I kind of had a feeling it was more than just touching himself with Kenny. I don't know how many people would rob a bank just to prevent people they know from seeing their pee-pee. Feel free to like the video if you had a good time. Thank you for watching, and hopefully I'll see you in another one. Mwah.